A Christmas prayer, a prayer of St.G. High Cirrus masked the heavens this day before the eve of Christmas. For it is true, all lay in wait, not from the beginning, but before that. What tales we have made to hide the magnitude of being which descended to us, and lay out gifts transcendent. Treasures said to be of snow and purity and crystalline beauty, and formed in wind, these each was flawed from perfect proportion. Thus too were we to be and are but one. He which came from further realms in greater purity and beauty, whom Job suspected but could not know, whose family and treasures were restored in time. In sameness did the Christ return with his inheritance. But we which are his legacy contain the gift of waiting and anticipation called Christmas, when all which is was given us, even as though it were we which were before time was, and laden with all things. Look at us now, poor shepherds, tending our poverty, and yet above full chorus of the heavens resounding with the very thought of you. These strains cease, but carry from east to west, the way which you foretell are merging to you. And it must be true that we and you are one in the beginning of the East, and known to be in the unending climax of the West. So that stories were full of these centuries. The raw truth could not be believed. Each real story contains a larger truth, a garden, a marriage, a presence with a promise of a Savior, a flood to quench evil, the captivity of all, a temple where we meet you, a cave to birth the Lord of all the world, his agonies, his victory. All these are ours to dwell in storied truth, and then to live to him who is all this and more. It is well to say of Christmas a story. What else is there but to put to story beauty, truth, and light? As we are now, we stain most beauty, flaw the truth, and cannot see the light. Our living is in the flesh of us, of body and soul, yet the reality of us is lived in the witness of our spirit to your spirit. What child will believe that naughtiness is washed away, and angels nearly bless us, that we are white stones of the temple and princes of the heavens, that all which came to pass was upon a map and written in a book of life, and that a great good king withstood all for us and bought our ransom from evil. Let us tell wild tales of childlike imagination, for these are pale as to our future life. And what is time that we cannot possess what we will be? Stars brighten, snows descend from them. We sing in cherished words, our Savior to behold. Now when the kings returned to the east, they carried back shimmering images of unimagined things. Centuries past fell into place, and perhaps they believed that all years were nearing the end. We too are kings with our backs turned to what has been, so that the images will not fade but follow us across our own desert. We need them, we cannot let them die. All of his story contains the words of life, more real than anything we see or touch or taste. And we shall taste and see that the Lord is good, that nothing of our lives was for naught, and hovered over us was blessing, grace, and mercy. And all the love of God did come to us already, the eve of Christmas.